What is up, baseball fans? Chris Jardine here, aka Snaggle J, community content developer for Out of the Park Baseball, back with day number 2 of our 2019 World Series week. Today is Tuesday, October 22nd, 2019. I hope you guys are all enjoying World Series week so far. Game number 1 is about to get underway. Tonight we're going to be taking a look at the collection missions that were released today. 19 brand new collection missions were released into the game, including team missions for the Tigers, the Angels, and the Washington Nationals, who you're going to be able to get to see here in just a few minutes as World Series game number 1 gets underway. Again, guys, remember, tomorrow night we're going to be here with World Series Heroes number 2. Thursday night we will be here with the second part of collection missions. This week we have another 22 missions which are going to be going into the game on Thursday. Also on Thursday night I'll be doing my Snaggle and the Mets stream. It is World Series off day on Thursday, so I'm going to be doing the 8 p.m. Eastern time. We'll do a quick 10-15 minute World Series week, perfect team stuff, and then I'm going to jump right into Snaggle and the Mets. We're in 2022. Pretty good start to the season for us so far. We got a couple of good young players on the squad that we are really enjoying, including Luis Guiracocha, who we just called up at the ripe old age of 20 years old. He's batting cleanup for us. And then Friday night, we're going to be here with the third set of World Series Heroes to cap off the week. It's going to be a lot of fun. Guys, remember, on Friday, we're going to be giving away 4 prizes of 25,000 perfect points apiece. You can enter every night this week, exclamation point ticket in the chat. Again, you can enter up to 5 times total, once for every stream this week. We're going to do the draw on Friday. Now, just a couple notes about that. 1, you can only win one of the prizes. If your name gets drawn twice, we're going to draw someone else to replace it. 2, you don't need to be here to win on Friday, but, if I don't recognize your name from the Discord, I am going to whisper your Twitch account. So you need to know how to check Twitch whispers. You need to check whispers. If you're not here on Friday when it's drawn, and you're not someone I recognize from the Discord, I'm going to whisper you on Twitch to get your information so that I can get you the prize. So that's going to be on Friday. We're giving away 100,000 perfect points. It's going to be great. Without further ado, I don't want to keep you guys for too long because it is a very big night. So let's dive in to some of the cool new collection rewards that we released today. First up, the Washington Nationals collection reward is 2012 Gio Gonzalez, 92 overall diamond. 82 stuff and 84 movement is great. 51 control, not so great. Love the hat. I knew Sebastis would be a big fan of the Cardinals. Fastball, curveball, slider, changeup combination with an 85 stamina and that 95. Everyone loves the sack bunt, right? Everyone's got to have the good bunt rating. So again, Gio Gonzalez can be had by completing the one Nationals mission that we added to today. Again, the Nationals looking to pick up their first ever World Series championship was going to kick off here in just a couple of minutes as Max Scherzer takes on Garrett Cole. And you guys will remember at the beginning of the season, OOTP predicted a Nationals-Astros World Series. In September, OOTP predicted a Nationals-Astros World Series. In March, we had the Nationals winning. In September, we had the Astros winning. A lot changed. Yordan Alvarez, Zach Greinke. Those are 2 big things that have changed. So it's going to be very interesting to see how the World Series goes tonight. Here's a few of my favorites from the Angels collection, which are available now. 2006 of Francisco Rodriguez, the K-Rod, 98 stuff, 72 movement, 62 control, fastball, curveball, changeup combination. A 19I at the plate too. You need to go up there and work a walk. I was always a big K-Rod fan. He as a pitcher growing up, he broke in around the time I was in my mid 20s. It's one of those things where, I just enjoyed watching K-Rod pitch. He was flamboyant. He was, interesting. He was fun to watch. Um, and again, I think there's a couple of K-Rod cards in the game now. This one here is pretty cool. Another Angels card. This is the actual one of the two parts of the Angels team reward. First up, we've got Peak Chuck Finley. 96 stuff, 68 movement, 66 control, fastball, curveball, changeup combination, 92 stamina, 99 hold runners. I was a huge Chuck Finley fan growing up. I love Chuck Finley. Huge Chuck Finley fan. Big, tall, I wouldn't say necessarily dominant lefty. But you know what? He had a very nice career. He was, the ace of that Angel staff for a very long time. And you know what? It was one of those things where, when we were going through and I was going through and putting the list together of potential Angels rewards, Chuck Finley was just one of those guys that really quickly rose to the top of the potential pile, along with this guy, Peak Tim Salmon, with that beautiful, beautiful late 90s Angels in the outfield-esque logo. 92 contacts, 74 gap power, 79 power overall, 77 I, 40 avoid Ks. You see a little bit better in the contact department and the power department from the left side. Gap power a little better from the right side. I a little better for the left side as well. You see not much going on in the speed department, and pretty acceptable defense. Pretty acceptable defense in right field for the Peak Salmon. So again, your main rewards for the Angels are Chuck Finley and Tim Salmon. Now let's go on to our third team that we added today, and that is the Tigers. Here's some of my favorite cards from the Tigers set. First up, Peak Hooks Das. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. It could be Douse, but let's go with Douse. But anyway, didn't know a whole lot about this guy, but when I was doing the research for the Tigers, his name kept coming up again and again and again and again. 70 stuff, 86 movement, 83 control. So again, very, very good movement, very, very good control. Not going to strike a whole lot of people out, but a very interesting card. Kind of the opposite of what we've seen with a lot of cards lately. You get into a lot of those later era cards. They're very stuff oriented, but not a whole lot in the movement or the control. Usually it's movement or control you see that is lacking. But in this case, it's the stuff, which again, you're going to see with a lot of those earlier 1900s pitchers. Fastball, curveball, screwball combination. And look at that. 50 defense in center field. 33 contact, 35 power, 61 I, 75 sack bunt. I mean, there you go, chat. You not only are you getting yourself a number one or number two starter, but you're also going to get yourself a backup center fielder. Let's look at some of the other Tigers rewards that I really like. Peak Bill Freehan, behind the plate. Very solid catcher option here. 81 contact, 76 gap power, 77 power overall, 57 I, 58 avoid Ks. Again, very left-hand pitcher heavy. 12 points higher in the contact, 18 points higher in gap power, 10 points higher in power overall. 73 defense behind the plate with 70 ability, 64 arm. He also has a 56 rating at first base, so that'll give you a little bit of options to get that bat in the lineup. Again, if you're going to use him, if you're a bit more of a stacked team, you'll be able to use Bill Freehan, from both sides. Get him in the game behind the plate, get him in the game at first base. If you're, going to platoon him, you're going to be able to be a little bit more selective there. Again, platoon at first, platoon behind the plate. If you're a free-to-play team, a lower-level team, I mean, this guy's going to be an everyday, middle-of-the-order bat in your lineup, and he's going to play, a average to maybe slightly above-average defense behind the plate. Next up, we have, ironically enough, the only perfect that we released today, and it is not one of the main rewards. It is Peak Norm Cash. Excuse me. 104 contacts, 71 gap power, 91 power overall, 83 I, and 48 avoid Ks, 64 defense at first base, and again, absolute murder against right-handed pitching. 108 contact, 96 power, 87 I versus right-handed pitching as well. Again, not a whole lot in the speed department, but you could do a lot worse than Norm Cash at first base. Definitely a guy that, again, this is not the main Tigers reward. You can get him just for one of the Tigers team history missions. I can't remember right off the top of my head all the particulars that go into it, but obviously with the reward being 100, it's going to be a little bit difficult to complete. But again, if you can somehow get this Norm Cash, he is going to be an absolute monster in your lineup. He's gonna walk a fair amount. He's gonna hit a lot of home runs. Gonna hit for a high batting average. And you're going to love having this card. Let's move on now to one half of the Tigers' main reward, and that is peak Miguel Cabrera. 93 contact, 86 gap power, 87 power overall, with 69 I and 53 avoid Ks. And you can see pretty even across the board. A little bit higher in contact against righties, higher gap power against lefties, a little more overall power against righties. I significantly better against lefties, but again, you could go either way with the splits here. You got Cabrera, primarily a first baseman. You'd have a little bit of third base and a little bit of left field. Although I probably wouldn't recommend putting him at third base or left field. But again, what a storied career Miguel Cabrera has had up until this point, and continues to have. He's not the player that he once was. But you know what? He still is a very capable hitter at the plate. Just one of those things. And the other part of the Tigers reward, and probably my favorite card of this first batch of collection missions, peak Hal Newhouser. Instantly, in my opinion, a top 8, top 10 starting pitcher. 128 stuff, 86 movement, 73 control. Now listen, I by no means know how the sausage is made, but I will say this. I have no idea how this card is not a 100. I didn't ask the question. I don't ask those questions. Again, I just give them the names and they give me the cards. How this Hal Newhouser is not a perfect 100, I have no idea. 128 stuff, 86 movement, 73 control. Fastball, slider, changeup with a 108 slider and a 103 changeup. Holy moly. 100 stamina in there as well. He's also got 43 I and 33 contact. Absolutely fantastic card. So you got Cabrera and Newhouser at the top. So ladies and gentlemen, here is a look at the main team rewards that we had released today. We have for the Angels, you have peak Chuck Finley and peak Tim Salmon. For the Tigers, you have peak Hal Newhouser and peak Miguel Cabrera. And for the Nationals, you have 2012. Do I have another slide? I do. It's right there. You have 2012 Gio Gonzalez. Again, all of these cards, if you want to see what it takes to get these cards, you can go under main and go to collection missions now. There's also a few easy to complete pack missions in there. We had one with some of the highest rising and highest dropping cards of live cards for this year. Those are relatively easy to complete. If you've been playing Perfect Team for any amount of time, you probably have enough of those guys laying around that you can lock those in right away. And I believe there was a U collection for players with the last name starting with U. And again, if you've been playing for any amount of time, that should be relatively easy to complete as well to get yourself a few packs. Again, Thursday, we're going to have 22 more missions. Now, I will say one thing for sure. One of the main team rewards is definitely going to be a perfect on Thursday. Thursday, I would say, I'm not playing favorites. I love these cards. I love doing Detroit and Anaheim at Los Angeles. They have some great cards. Thursday has some great cards as well with the 22 missions coming in there. I am really, really excited because there is one mission on Thursday that some people have asked for, and we're finally able to make it happen. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. I'm looking forward to seeing people's reactions on Thursday when those go in the game. So there you have it, folks. Again, remember, guys, the schedule for the rest of the week, we're going to be live Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time right here. Tomorrow night, it's World Series Heroes number 2. Thursday, it's going to be talking about Thursday's collections, 22 new collection missions. 2 more team history missions are going to be released on Thursday. We're going to have 22 missions on Thursday total. Can't wait for that to happen. And then Friday, we're going to be doing collection World Series Heroes number 3. Can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. Guys, as always, I have been Chris Jardine, a.k.a. Snaggle J, content and community developer for Out of the Park Baseball. I hope you guys enjoy Game 1 of the World Series tonight, and I hope you guys are enjoying World Series week so far in Perfect Team. We are 40% of the way done. We've got a lot of cool stuff left to come, guys. The feedback so far has been great. I appreciate all you guys, jumping in, giving me some feedback, whether it be privately, whether it be publicly. Dangerous Dean, good question. We do not currently have Twitch drops or anything like that enabled. It is something we are looking forward to. In fact, you can actually sub to the channel. We don't have subscriptions, but it is something we are looking to improve our Twitch integration. It's something we're talking about internally. It's just one of those things where we're such a small team. It's a back burner priority, unfortunately, with a lot of the stuff we have going on. But it is something we are constantly discussing back and forth how to improve our Twitch presence, how to improve the Twitch experience for a lot of our viewers out there. So stay tuned on that. Hopefully someday we'll be able to work something out there, and make it so that, if you happen to have Twitch Prime or something, one of those things like that you'll be able to take advantage of something like that within the stream in the future, perhaps. Yeah. All right, guys. I think that's going to be it. Guys, enjoy Game 1 of the World Series. I will see you guys in 23 hours and 43 minutes from now for Wednesday's day number 3 of World Series week. But as always, like I said earlier, I have been Chris Jardine, a.k.a. Snaggle J, community and content developer for Out of the Park Baseball. And until next time, keep swinging for the fences.